Some of the key findings, and being a sports fan myself and being a soccer fan in particular, was interesting was there was a lot of chatter around the entire issue of football in particular, related to technology brands, specifically Singtel and StarHub. It ranked as the #1 topic of conversation, and we tracked about 155,000 conversations in just one quarter. So it was quite interesting to see that. Absolutely. I mean, it's too early to come up with a firm point of view on trending. So I won't say very surprised, but at the same time, any scale difference of more than 25% does surprise you. So 100% jump from 70,000 plus conversations in the first quarter to 150,000 conversations in the second quarter is definitely something to look out for. What it also tells you is that the topics that you would normally associate being discussed when you talk about technology brands are not what you would typically expect them to be. For instance, you would have expected, mobile phones or, issues around a new service, technical issues around a new product, Windows 7, those kind of things to be more related to technology brands. However, what you see is football being associated with technology brands. So that's interesting to take a note of. What we at Edelman see happening is that life online is not dramatically different to life offline. I mean, the kind of issues and things that are close to Singaporeans' heart offline are also reflected online. Football is Singapore's passion. The English Premier League is extremely popular. And the UEFA Cup builds the momentum further, but now with the World Cup coming close, obviously it's a topic that is on everybody's mind. And any brand that relates to football in some form or shape will be talked about online. It's a huge topic. I think if you look at what Singaporeans mostly are passionate about, football would rank amongst the top 3. You also obviously have food, fashion, lifestyle, and some of those topics being discussed. But football is definitely one of the top 3. And sports in general, I would not be able to give you a firm point of view on, but football definitely. I think technology brands, or brands in general, they've been using football or sports in general in a very tactical way. So whenever they feel there is a big event happening, let's say for instance World Cup, everybody would be thinking about, hey, listen, how do we come up with a nice, snazzy marketing promo that maximizes brand association with football during, let's say, UEFA Cup or World Cup. What they miss the point on is that as marketers, what they should think about is to focus on the engagement imperative. And an engagement imperative starts before and after a big event. If they are keen on building relationships with sports enthusiasts in general in Singapore, they should look at it in a smart way and start engaging with them before an event comes, take that engagement to a different high during the event, but then continue it after the event is over. And I don't see too many brands taking that holistic view. They're very opportunistic in how they engage with sports enthusiasts. If you're a marketer, I think one thing that is very important for you to look at is not to look at digital and online in isolation. I think that's where you miss the trick. It's very important to come up with concepts and ideas that have a role in the offline world, can be taken online, but can also get the air cover from traditional media perspective. So try and think of ideas and concepts that scale across platforms. And think of engagement from a sustainable perspective, and don't come up with campaigns which kind of follow the butterfly model where you come and sit there, you engage, and then you fly away. I think customers or consumers or stakeholders at large appreciate having a sustainable conversation with a brand. So I think looking at engagement from a scalable and sustainable perspective would really help. I think they've done a reasonably good job. We do need to bear in mind Singtel, StarHub or N1 are conservative in the way they approach to marketing or PR. So there's a bit of a cultural shift happening at their end too, to be more open, more transparent, more real time. So it's a learning process, and I think they're on the right track.